everyone. Great to see you. Danielle here from Community Distance Reiki, and welcome into our Friday afternoon stream. If you are new here, welcome in. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you're watching on the replay, know that you are guaranteed to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out that description box below. I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, with some additional streams sprinkled in around astrological events as well as planetary events. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss an opportunity to heal, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be the first to know. You can also find out more information about me, online Reiki classes with me, my online Discord, which is free, my crystal shop, or my social media, all in the description. So with that all out of the way, let's dive right into the healing. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Go ahead, and if you're live, click on that live chat button, and if you have any healing requests at all, feel free to share them in there. They can be specific or general, or if you would like, you can even select a specific crystal. For the first half an hour of our time together, I will build us a beautiful Reiki grid based on all of the healing requests that are submitted by those of you who are here live. After that, I'll briefly explain what Reiki is and a little of what to expect, and then we'll go right into my sending of Reiki to you wherever and whenever you happen to be. So if you are here live, go ahead and use that live chat button. And if you're watching this on the replay and you would like to skip ahead just to the healing, go ahead and check out right about the half hour to 40-minute mark, usually in there. We switch over just to the healing. Thank you so much for being here. It is an honor and a pleasure to share some Reiki healing with you today. Let's go ahead and peek at that chat and see what all has been requested so far. So hello, oh, welcome in. Welcome back, Cora Carr, Susan, Vincent. It's so good to see you all. Happy Friday. Don't forget I'm back today at 8 o'clock, 4 and 8 every Friday. And gotcha. So we've got lots of good requests. Ooh, Dioptase, definitely. Golden tiger eye. Gotcha. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right in. I'll start off with the grid, so just pardon me while I switch the cameras around. So here is the start of our grid today. As all of you who've been here before know, we build on the concept of communal chi. The more people gather around similar intentions, the greater the energy potential for everyone is magnified. So we're going to go ahead and put that into work, making that physically tangible with the crystal grid. Strength to eat healthier, absolutely. I think we could all use a little help there. Absolutely, I like that intention. So yeah, let's go ahead and where am I gonna get started? There we go. So Dioptase. I always use Dioptase as the I always use Dioptase as like the catch-all, super potent, emotional, throat, heart, everything kind of stone. I find it to be incredibly supportive, incredibly healing, and super potent for all of those things. I also find that oftentimes where the heart and the throat are connected can be a source of challenge for many of us. This is a particular stone that I use for folks who are having trouble either expressing how they're feeling to others or even sort of expressing how they feel or where it's coming from to even themselves. So Dioptase is absolutely beautiful. It is somewhat rare, and it's actually why I have it in this beautiful little case so that I can keep it protected. So let's go ahead and put that right in the middle there. Brian, welcome in. It's really good to see you. And oh, absolutely. Happy to support you. Good to see you. Welcome back. Okay, cool. So let's dive into some other things. We have Herkimer diamond, sunstone, golden tiger eye. Sunstone helps us to greatly expand our vision of our own potential. So whenever we are kind of playing small or sort of having those limits on what we can do, thinking that's more than I can do. Well, this is as far as I can go. This is the stone that helps you say, you did not come down here to play small. You came here to play big. Let us show you. So sunstone is incredible to help us warm that sense of spirit, that sense of wonder, and that sense of stepping boldly into our path. Okay, good stuff, Brian. I can definitely help you there. Definitely have some good ones that I've found to be helpful when I've dealt with cysts as well. Hope it's helpful for you, so I will grab that in a little bit. Tiger eye is a stone that we use a lot here. This helps with gaining perspective. Kind of think of it as the eagle eye. You pull back and you see the entire situation for all that it is. It helps prevent tunnel vision. It's also deeply grounding, quite protective, and it can be really helpful when we're trying to make sense of a lot of information all at once. So when you feel like you're so slammed with information it's hard to see the forest for the trees, tiger eye for sure. Also labradorite helpful with that. Absolutely love tiger eye. Herkimer helps us to connect with our soul's purpose and connect with our guides, like really connecting with what would be in our highest good. If we're almost at a point where we want to ask the universe for what we want, or maybe we are, sometimes what we ask for isn't actually as aligned with our spiritual purpose and our highest good as we might think it is. Herkimer is one of those stones that can stand in and help connect us with what we need. Even if what we're asking for and what we want is slightly off, it can help us to shift into vibration to asking for what would really be in our highest good. Hello, Joanne. Welcome in. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, you're in rehab. Oh, I've been there. No fun. I'm sorry to hear that. I absolutely get where you're coming from. Absolutely. And I can definitely put some things out here to help support you with that. Yeah. And let's see what else. So definitely for what Brian was mentioning, especially with cysts, Aquamarine. That's one that I worked with when I was having cysts. And here's Aquamarine. It helps work with anything that is fluid based in the body. And I don't know if your cyst is a hard cyst or a water filled cyst, but this is one I worked with. I'm going to put some other ones in there too. But Aquamarine is also fantastic for anything having to do with teeth and gums, like specifically, but also forgiveness and any kind of pettiness that we've dealt with, like in a workplace or any kind of group environment where there's somebody might be reacting out of some resentment, whether it's towards you or it's just getting misdirected towards you. This is one that can help us kind of deflect that a little bit, not take it so personally and let it go. So this can be a great stone for all of those things. So let's go ahead and put some of that out here. Yeah, negativity after a fall. Definitely have some good stuff for that, and also on eating better. I haven't forgotten about you, Susan. Definitely feel like chrysoprase is helpful here. So I've got a couple. So chrysoprase is one of my favorites for dealing with that kind of stuff, like disappointment and overcoming it and not getting discouraged and not going into that like giving up kind of place in the mind. Chrysoprase can be even like a lime kind of green. These are a little bit darker green. Chrysoprase is, like I said, one that is, it's very aligned with picking up the pieces after something happened. Oh, you're so welcome. This is one of those, like, everything hits the fan and you're like, oh my gosh, how do I start over? I feel so disappointed. I feel so overwhelmed. How do I even restart? This is a stone that helps us take a beat and take a deep breath and see how much progress we've already made that we might not be aware of. And it allows us that moment of just sort of self-pride, which ultimately turns into a force of, I can. And it helps us to take that breath and say, it's okay, I've come this far. And yeah, there may be many steps ahead, but I've already put some proverbial steps out there. Here I was, and there I'm going. So chrysoprase can be helpful. Opening to prosperity, understanding, intuition, absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and put this chrysoprase in here. Yeah, this is one I've worked with extensively around similar things, especially around mobility and stuff. But also just being Capricorn, always wanting everything done and everything done well, and like sometimes it can't get done, and sometimes it can't get done the way I wanted it to, and sometimes we have to pivot and do things differently, and it's okay to like take a moment and acknowledge how far we've come so that we can feel a little bit more confident in discerning where we have to go. Additionally, I have, this will help that as well as with Vincent, opening to intuition and better understanding it, as well as self-acceptance, is blue kyanite. It can be a really uplifting stone. It really helps to calm the kind of chattering mind and better understand what the intuition is that's coming in, as well as taking pride in who we fundamentally are, no matter what the circumstance. So I'm going to add some of this. This is like becoming friends with spirit and friends with ourselves. Absolutely love this stone. In fact, I usually give blue kyanite to my level 1 graduates because it's just that helpful, and I think that much of it. Attracting prosperity and bringing in just positivity in general is going to be citrine. Citrine is this brownish orange that it, much like tiger's eye, it can help us to bring a scattered mind into focus. It can help us tell the difference between what's coming in intellectually and what's coming in intuitively. It also really busts open our ability to receive abundance. It's a #1 gift to give somebody who's like opening a business or trying to try a new venture of earning money. A great stone for that. So go ahead and put some around there. Additionally, one that's good for both the new turn on healthy healing as well as physical therapy and for making changes to support healing in general, Epidote. It's also good for the nervous system and skin, but this is, it's one of those stones that has, there's so much that it does, and I see it used so seldom. Epidote has a lot to do with recovering from illness and injury, but also with negative self-talk, which can go hand in hand often. That's been my experience. But anytime that we have negative self-talk, anytime that we're like, I can't do this, or I'm so bad at that, which I know when we're trying to open up to something new, like opening to prosperity or understanding intuition, or I'm going to stick to eating well. A lot of times that voice in the back of our brain starts almost demeaning us, saying, I can't do that. I'm so bad at this. And even worse, Epidote helps to kind of shift away from that. It makes it a lot easier to see that pattern and move in a different direction. So it really works well with chrysoprase. I'm going to put these, let's see. Okay, and that's Epidote. Looks very similar to Moochite, but they work in very different ways. There we go. Oh, good stuff. We are cooking with gas. I want to tick back and make sure I got everyone's intentions. Lower back pain and inflammation, colon cancer prevention. Also with that, I got some digestion calm, accepting change, making decisions, which can be helpful. I know a few of you have requested that a couple of times, and I wanted to honor that. But also calming digestion and working with the digestive tract is mookaite. And mookaite is Australia jasper. It can work with the colon as well as the bladder, and often does. So strongly recommend that one. I'm going to put that in here. And the heart, absolutely. Iolite is excellent for both weight loss and money management. So I'm definitely going to bring that in. It's also one of the stones that I recommend for intuitive sleep disturbances and even fever. Yeah, I use this quite a bit. There's sort of a mix of stones that I recommend to students or folks who might just be opening up to their intuitive gifts. Tiger eye, labradorite, and iolite, but excellent for money matters and really getting in control of that, especially if you really struggle with it. Also weight loss and even shamanic work, like if you're intuitively wanting to connect with your spirit guides, this can really help. So let's see. Iolite we'll put, and we'll put that here. Yeah, that feels better. Let's see what else we have to help us. Being that the world is pretty heavy right now, and oh yes it is, and I feel like we could all use a nice burst of sunshine, I think some yellow calcite is called for, because this grid is very earthy and very focused, but I also want to add some lightness. So I'm going to bring in some of this yellow calcite. This is definitely a favorite of ours. Yellow calcite helps us to embrace the happiness of things and embrace the happiness and joy within ourselves. If we're struggling to see ourselves as worthy or something to be excited about or happy about, this can often help us tap into, I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of this quirk I have. I'm proud of this talent I have. Whatever it might be, this can really help us tap into our own happy, and it can really balance out a lot of the stones that have to do with overcoming disappointment and changes and transitions, all of these kinds of things. This can help lift us up and stay on the side of lightness and brightness, which is really hard sometimes. And we're not supposed to be happy all the time, but you know, there's a balance in all things, for sure. And there are a couple more that I thought might be helpful. So last call for requests. Oh, Rhodochrosite for Brian, definitely. For healing the heart. This is good for both the physical heart and the emotional heart. Also overcoming grief and sadness, circulation, asthma, and even stress headaches. Rhodochrosite. Beautiful pink. Anything having to do with motherhood or mother wounds as well, including mother-daughter bonding or mother-child bonding, as well as the transition of a woman's life, onset of menses or going into menopause can be helpful for that. Let's see, I'm gonna put one here, and I'll grab one more. Let's do some lapis. Lapis aids in determination. And I feel like a lot of us are really determined to do something, make a change, do something different. So let's get some lapis there. It aids with overcoming disorganization. I struggle with that. That's something I've always struggled with, and I've gotten a lot better. And this is one of the stones that's really, really helped me. Communicating the truth also, but it's associated with career advancement and just living a very honest and honorable life. But in general, it helps us to say what our intention is and embody it, stick to it, and continue to put one foot in front of the other until we reach the goal. So determination for sure. There we go. So now we get to that fun part. Oh, hey, Jen, good to see you. Welcome in. Lots of love to you. We've got some Dioptase in the middle here. It's always fun when we bring that guy out. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a couple of stones that I think might be really helpful for the grid, and I want you all to vote on which of the two you'd like. I'll quickly explain what Reiki is and a little of how it works, and then I will go into the sending to you wherever you happen to be. So let's see what's calling out. I think I got it. So, depression and pain, if not already there, plus blue chalcedony, amethyst, pure quartz. Gotcha. Pain, we definitely have some celestite. This is our favorite go-to for pain, and it also helps us connect to our angels. I feel that by really opening up and working with those upper chakras and our connection to the divine and the angelic realm, it helps us focus on spirit, and it improves our experience in our physical bodies, especially that of pain. So yeah, Celestite. We've had a lot of success with this one for pain. I have amethyst for sure, but why not use some Chevron Amethyst? Definitely some Chevron Amethyst. This helps connect our wishes, needs, desires to the angelic realm. It also helps for any kind of degenerative disease if anyone happens to be struggling with any of that. But in general, just sort of connecting our wishes, desires, and our intuition to all of our spirit guides, however you understand them to be. Last but not least, helpful for depression, Aqua Aura. This beautiful man-treated clear quartz that can help us connect to spirituality in a very different way. This has been really wonderful for my personal struggles with depression, and for other folks I know. I've found it to be really helpful to kind of like lift me up from the doldrums. So I hope that this can be helpful as well. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the outsides of this grid just to kind of lift the energy a bit, kind of working alongside that yellow calcite. And so for the last two stones that I want you all to vote on, these are my suggestions. One, we have a very big, powerful full moon coming at us next week. And to help us kind of get over that, bridge that, and move through it is Moonstone. Moonstone can help us use that. Right now we're in what's called the waxing phase of the moon. Things are getting bigger. This also helps with water in the body, hormones, etc. This can be wonderful for connecting with the sense of internal timing as well. So, okay, all things in their time, as well as hidden knowledge and wisdom. So this can definitely help with an intention to understand what's coming through. And Korakar has already voted both. I love it. The second one is this one brings an intense amount of calm and just relaxation and peace. This is Cerussite, barite, and galena. These are all different ores of lead. Absolutely never put this in water and drink it. I don't suggest doing that with any stones, but especially with this, we know that these are lead, and they do have the power of absolute calm in them, especially the sort of pink barite. Yeah, the sort of graphite looking pieces are galena. Cerussite are the crystals that look like clear quartz. Barite is the white. So go ahead and vote on which you would like. I will quickly explain what Reiki is and how this all works, and then we will dive right into the healing. So glad you all are here. And while y'all are voting, go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. It helps drive some folks to the stream so they can learn about us and feel better too. But thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm Danielle. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Reiki for almost 14 years now. You can learn more about me, my online classes, my social media, as well as my crystal shop and free community Discord by clicking the description below or visiting learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So what is Reiki? Reiki is, if we break that down, that translates to spiritually guided or soul. Ki is energy, so spiritually guided life energy. So what all does that mean? Well, the concept coming from Japan, which has the indigenous faith of Shintoism, the understanding is that everyone and everything has a soul. Everyone and everything is interconnected and interlinked. And we see, to some extent and to different variations, that same theme echoed in other cultures as well. But specifically here, the concept that there are many energies that actually flow through everyone and everything. One of those being this spiritually guided life energy. This energy is already a part of you and me and everyone else around. Essentially, it's something we're all connected to that supports our greatest healing good. It's essentially an energy that its only real intention is to support the ultimate balance and healing, however that is best to show up for us. Our body, mind, and spirit automatically know what to do with this energy because they're working with it all the time. And by practicing Reiki, I'm essentially connecting to that energy and directing more of it to you. Your body, mind, spirit are able to utilize this energy accordingly. Every session you have will feel a little bit different, just based on your needs for that day. If you have any intentions for your healing today, whether you shared them in the chat or not, at any point you can bring them to your mind and then let them go. And the universe will hear it, and basically things will adjust to help support that. Your experience might show up as being very physical with sensations in your body. It may be very intuitive. It may be very relaxing and sort of rest inducing. You may fall asleep. That's really common. You may have different intuitions, or even just be sort of mentally stimulated, thinking things through that you haven't been able to find resolution to, or emotional. You might have some emotions pop up. Whatever the case might be, just sort of allow it. If at any point you need a break, just take a deep breath and go ahead and do what you need. I generally suggest that you just be as comfortable as you physically can. You can sit up, lie down, whatever feels right to you, move around all you need. And if you want to combine this time with something else, journaling, stretching, workout, yoga, whatever works for you, that's completely up to you. There's no wrong way to use this time. What's most important is that you support yourself, and that's everything that we can do, right? So during the session, I will turn down the lights and I will turn up the music. The lights will gently move through several different colors, but at no point will they flash or strobe. So just to let you know, you don't have to worry about that. At the end of about the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in, and I'll invite you to take a deep breath and gently come back to your body. At that point, you can feel inclined to stay where you're at and continue resting, or come on back out, ask any questions that you have in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'm also happy to hear any of your experiences if you'd like to share. If you have any questions and you're not here live, or if you think of them later, go ahead and put them in the comments or reach out to me on social media, whatever suits you best. Know that whatever comes up in your session is absolutely perfect. You don't have to keep a silent mind, and you don't have to focus on anything. You can if you want to, but ultimately, if you're not sure if you're getting like a fruitful thought or intuition or what's going on, just take a deep breath in and out and just sort of notice how the Reiki's showing up to you. Thank you so much for being here. It is an honor and a pleasure to share this healing energy with all of you. And like I said, the communal chi is absolutely at play. The more of us come here together to share in the intention for healing, the greater that is magnified. And of course, by the way that Reiki is already flowing through all of us everywhere, this is what allows me to essentially direct more of it to all of you, regardless of where or even when you happen to be. It's because we were all interconnected to begin with, even though we don't really think of it that way. So again, thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead back into the chat and finish up the grid. I hope that you'll stay for the healing, and I hope to see you again soon. So let's see what we have. We got a both. Heart, welcome in. I think I owe you a text. And future someone, it's great to see you. Yep, as usual, we're all on the same wavelength with crystals to select. Yep, Sunstone and Tiger's Eye, definitely could use some Sunstone today. Thank you all so much. I'm going to go ahead and just quickly set the temperature for the lights. And flip on back. Okay, so we've got Moonstone and Cerussite here. Cerussite for relaxation and calmness. And I don't know anyone who could not use that right now. State of the world is, yeah, it's something. And the Moonstone place right here. Thank you all so much for being a part of this grid. It's truly special, as are all of you. So I'm going to turn up the music, turn down the lights, and send you some Reiki. I'll see you all in about 25 minutes. I hope you have a beautiful session. Enjoy, and I will be right back for you. Deep breath in and out. Slowly move your fingers and toes if you need to. Take a moment and tune into your body. See if you'd like to stretch, move, or bend. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you have any questions or anything to share, I invite you to go ahead over to the live chat if you're here with us live and share or ask anything that you'd like. And if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and use the comments or my social media, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Oh, thank you so much, Heart. Love to you too. It's so good to see you here. Mackenzie, thank you. I'm so glad that was helpful. I'll be back later today at 8 p.m. and I'll be back again on Sunday at 8 p.m. I'm here same days and times every week, 5 times a week, and additional streams as encouraged by astrological movements and world events. If you want to make sure you get an opportunity to jump into every healing, go ahead and subscribe with the notifications checked and you'll be in the first to know. Susan, I'm so glad that helped. I'm so glad you felt that deep healing. Thank you for sharing that with me. And you're so welcome. And you're welcome too, Vincent. So glad you were here. I always feel so honored when folks are sharing the Friday afternoons with me, especially, in the summer. I know there's so many places to be and things to do, especially after 2 years of not really going out or doing much of anything. Thank you very much for sharing this time with me here. Super honored to have you all. I hope you all feel better. I know I feel better. I'm lucky to have one of those jobs where you feel better leaving than you did when you came in. Not that I feel bad coming in, but yeah, absolutely love it. Thank you so much for making this such a beautiful part of my life. I deeply appreciate all of you for being here and sharing in it. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and put them out there. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and say a final round of thank yous to all of you for bringing up that communal chi. It's because all of us are here and open to healing that really empowers even more of that healing to be exponentially available to all of us. Like I said, I'll be back at 8 o'clock p.m. today, Friday, and 8 p.m. on Sunday. You're always welcome here. Such a gratitude to have you all. As I archive the show, I make sure to put the grid we've built together in the thumbnail so you can find it again, and I do type out the names of all the crystals, so if you would like to find them locally, it's a little easier to do that when you can see how they're spelled. Thanks again for being here. For more information on me, go ahead and visit the details in the description or visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. I'll be active in the chat for a few minutes more, and this will be where I go ahead and bring the stream to a close. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you again soon.